I think secondhand stuff is good. I don't care if it's losing face if I buy secondhand.
It is not a sign of poverty or even a sign of socially lower standing if you use secondhand clothing.
I have my own WeChat group. I have a few of them. I have 2 group chats that are up close to 500 people in each one. So I just post items in that and then people buy from there.
If they're in good condition, usually I'll try to sell them. If they're no good, I'll just throw them away.
Give them away to my friends if they're small things, or I sell them. In China, I normally use WeChat second-hand groups. I sold the chair, some decoration stuff for the house.
Normally when I have used items, I tend to give them away, but I have had experience with also selling them on eBay.
Growing up in the USA, secondhand was not looked at as a bad thing. It was just a good way to get a good deal. Being brought up that way, I've never looked at it in a negative way. But I do know that in other cultures, they see secondhand as maybe dirty. The majority of the people in my groups are foreigners, and they know they're getting a good deal. They would never send something to you that's very dirty. They would make sure something's clean first before they would send it to you.
I think secondhand stuff is good. I don't care if it's losing face if I buy secondhand. For me, it's all about what I can afford and how I can use it. So if I can use it and it's cheap, I'll get it.
Normally it's good condition, is IKEA stuff or some good quality, just cheaper. So something which is 300 yuan, maybe you buy for 40 yuan.
It is not a sign of poverty or even a sign of socially lower standing if you use secondhand clothing. In fact, it is considered very positive. It's called upcycling. If you find a piece of clothing or a piece of furniture that you can then use for other purposes, it actually has a positive influence on your social standing.
I bought something from somebody else one time, actually, and she sent it in a nice, beautiful box with a nice letter that said, "Thank you so much for buying my item." The biggest difficulty is with larger items, with getting people to move it for you. A lot of foreigners aren't good enough with the Chinese language to call a taxi that's big enough to move these things.
My best experience until now has been with the coat that I bought when I was a lot younger, when I was 18 years old. I very much wanted a black coat. I couldn't afford one, and I bought one second-hand for a very, very low price. And I used it for 4 years, and I was very happy.
I got a really nice cabinet from IKEA, which original price, I think it was like 500 yuan, and I bought it for 60 yuan.
Firstly, to make sure if it's damaged in any way. Secondly, I check the local price. So if I'm in China, I'll check on Taobao. If I'm in the UK, I'll check on Amazon.
Mostly they need to be more cautious when they're buying electronics. They have to be sure they know everything about that piece of electronics before they buy it. A lot of people buy and sell cell phones on there. The cell phone can have small memory inside or big memory inside. Those are the things you need to check first to make sure everything works on the phone.
Firstly, I like WeChat groups because people know each other. It's trustworthy. So I wouldn't buy something from a website where I don't know where it's coming from. And also you go to the actual house and you pick up from the person. You can actually see the products, and if you like it, then you buy it.